this is going to be a very different video, a very difficult one for people to, grasp and understand. A lot of you guys know me as Rezdan the Gamer. Now we know I like guitar. I'm more specific into electric guitars. And, well, let's just say I'm also into other things. So this video is more a getting to know Rezdan. We'll be doing a getting to know GC Chris soon as well. Spoiler alert, he likes keyboards. Playing the keyboard, the instrument. Anyway, we'll get him to do that later on. So that we've got separate videos to do ourselves. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the Resident Evil Minds 1 review from Rabtunes. Now it's time to lower things down to a standard video where getting to know the Rezdan, the person. Yeah, I like guitars. Acoustic, it's okay. Electric guitars. A Gibson's SG, awesome. That's a guitar that I would love to have. And yes, I write my own music, well, lyrics. And sometimes I can pick out a tune and it feels right. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If it sounds right and everybody enjoys it, I'm doing very well. But also, a lot of people that are not aware that, oh yes, I am an entertainer. I do this YouTube because I'm an entertainer. So, let's dig out some questions that were asked on every social media platform, even here. How old are you? Well, that's a bit personal. Should we have a number here? I'm 28. But in a couple of days, or when this video goes up, I don't know, on the 20th of December, I'll be 29. Thanks for that one. Anyway, what are your hobbies? Well, gaming, obviously. I'm a gamer, I'm an entertainer, and I enjoy entertaining. Tell the truth. You are a bastard. Anyway. But yeah, I love playing guitar. Shock to everybody. Mostly electric guitar. I am mainly into different kind of music as well. Anything from Iron Maiden, no shit, Sherlock. System of a Down, Led Zeppelin, Guns N' Roses, Queen, Bullet for My Valentine. I can list off so many, but I'm going to miss so many of them all. Busted, sad. McFly, sad. McBusted. Yeah, that's only because I performed them at pubs and clubs and it done me justice. Tenacious D, a very good one. I like playing Tenacious D when I was doing gigs, like, and I'm the devil, I can do what I want. You know, all these different music. I'm also into rap. You know, fuck the police, coming straight from the underground. You know, the NWA. I'm going to get into trouble for this, but it's the band name, Niggas with Attitude. Awesome gang of people. Rest in peace, Eazy-E. But they were awesome, you know. Ice Cube, DJ Yella, MC Ren, Eazy-E, Dr. Dre. The awesome band that got together, well, rap group that got together and defined the artists of music by doing what they loved to do, what they wanted to do, freedom of speech, and, you know, share their music influence to create other rappers like Eminem, which I do listen to as well, he's quite cool, and 50 Cent, who I didn't really get into. I like the little group that Eminem started up called D12, that was quite good. But yeah, I'm into various different music, so, you know, don't think, oh my god, he's just into the genre of heavy metal or rock. No, I like a bit of rap, I like a bit of dance, whatever, you know. It all depends on the mood. Like Marvin Gaye, let's get it on. It really depends on the mood I'm in, so sometimes I could be sitting there and I'm like, you know what, fancy a little bit of Iron Maiden. You know what? I fancy a bit of System of a Down. You know, really, you know. Well, I don't think you trust in my self-righteous suicide, and I cry when angels deserve to die. You know what I mean? Something like that, or you know, I would listen to Five Finger Death Punch. You know, some of them are quite good. Slayer, yeah, awesome. Red and Blood, and yeah, I used to be able to play that on guitar. So what else? Other than that, I'm a gamer. I like to write my own lyrics. I play guitar badly, but you know, I try. I haven't played for a long time. I like electric guitar. I'm a very good entertainer. I like comedy. You know, On the Buses, Carry On. You know, I like Simpsons. You know, what other things that you know? Family Guy, Futurama, American Dad, sort of. I like the TV series Shameless. That was quite good. You know, I couldn't believe, what's his name? I think it's James or something. I never go by characters' names all the time. He played Jamie Maguire in Shameless. Weird to see him in Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah, I like that film as well. You know, I'm a big fan of Queen for a long time. It's one of the first musics I listened to growing up, as well as Status Quo. Knowles Barkley as well. And what's that one? Johnny B. Good, Chuck Berry. You know, I have a vast knowledge of different music, and I enjoy every single one of them. What I feel feels right as music flows through me, and it feels good. Just like love with some beautiful woman. You know. But yeah, other than that, a little other unknown facts. Some of you OGs that have watched this channel for so long would know, and some of the new guys won't, because I don't really share it on here anymore, because I lost passion for that for some reason. Logo up here, please. That's right, Storm Chasers. I used to watch the TV series and thoroughly enjoyed it. I used to be a storm chaser here in Wales, where I live. I used to every summer go out. Every time there's a thunderstorm nearby, I used to get my cameras ready, my radar ready, and I would just go out and track different kind of thunderstorms and be in the mercy of the power of Mother Nature and just film it, you know. And there is such an adrenaline rush, you know. Let's see if I can find a footage of a thunderstorm, you know, or anything. I've been out in 100 miles an hour wind, 10 miles per hour wind, below nowhere, you know. And I know someone says, yeah, I bet I can blow you better. Most likely. But yeah, it's a weird feeling you get when you're out in the elements of Mother Nature. You know, watching her fury explode over you. It shows how small we really are to Mother Nature. And I've always had a huge fascination of understanding the weather and, you know, experiencing every different extreme weather of different weather phenomena. And it was awesome at the time, watching storm chasers, watching these idiots go and nearly kill themselves in tornadoes. And unfortunately, some of them did die. Not from one wasn't from tornadoes. I can remember his name now. Matt Hughes was a great storm chaser. He helped out Sean Casey, and he was a great guy. And unfortunately, from what I found from resources, which is not fair to disclose everything, he was suffering depression, like most of us do. I definitely do. And he attempted suicide, and he was in hospital, and it's where he finally passed, which made Sean a bit more wary, and the season went a bit weird. Years later, I don't know very many other storm chasers. I know quite a few died from a big tornado outbreak. in, I think it was a few years ago now. Big El Reno tornado in El Reno, Texas, I think it was, or wherever it was. It was the El Reno tornado. I think it was Texas. It was a huge, big monster, and I was at that time watching it on radar, and I was, thinking, shit, this is a big storm, and I was thinking, this is not behaving right. And a lot of storm chasers that are out there were thinking the same thing. It was a huge, massive stovepipe F5 tornado. F5 tornado is the biggest destructive tornado for those who not know. And the F stands for the Fujita scale, or now known as the enhanced Fujita scale, so it means that they all have more F5s every year. Sorry, EF5. Now, for those who are not really sure, an EF5 tornado is a huge tornado that will destroy everything in its path. It's like a huge atomic bomb going off. As soon as that tornado is on the ground, it's fucking massive. It could be a mile to 2 miles wide. It's huge, and its wind speeds can average from 295 to fucking 305 miles per hour to 315 miles per hour. It's the most fastest winds in a tornado ever, and it's destroyed a lot of lives. There was the Greensburg tornado that wiped everything out in Greensburg, so that was an F5. Yeah, I got a huge knowledge of storms. But this one was a really deadly one, and it took a lot of storm chasers out. It destroyed a few vehicles that were chasing it, studying it. It was just, all I can remember seeing live stream videos. I remember seeing the radar of it. It was massive. It was so huge. It also had these, as they call, multi-vortex tornadoes, which is a vast majority of tornadoes spawning off from the big main hub tornado. And these were huge. They're like the size of football fields, and I'm not talking about our football fields. Maybe the American football fields, maybe they are the same size, I don't know, but they're huge, big multi-vortex tornadoes. And I remember watching one on satellite, and I was watching this one live stream, and they were following this tornado. It was massive, and I was thinking, shit, they need to get out of there. And this tornado is not, behaving itself. It was, going a different path to what it should have done. So, I remember watching it, and then a lot of talk was going on about a great storm chaser, the one that's known to be the safest storm chaser and the best storm chaser that's been doing it for a long time, Tim Samaras. That he was, last seen going towards this tornado and heading for a direct path for it. And the last known transmission was they don't think they were going to survive it. And unfortunately, they didn't. They got killed by a tornado, and it was weird how it happened. And they always say, if you play with fire, you're going to get burnt. I guess if you play with Mother Nature, you're going to get killed. But watching it on radar, I watched all the radar footage, and I saw the line of convoys. One guy actually made it out, and he remembers that Tim Samaras was just behind him. And you get all the radar things, and they'll say where each chaser was. And I just remember seeing a Tim Samaras beacon, and then this big, huge football-sized tornado, or the multi-vortex tornado, came straight out and just sat there where he was. And I remember watching the documentary on it, and it was so scary knowing that would happen. And I felt this weird sense of, I don't know, it's cold shiver down my spine. And watching documentaries, seeing all these cars flipped over. This one group was thrown from their car and they survived, and their vehicle was completely destroyed. And the most scariest footage I've ever seen from a tornado was the camera being ripped out of the vehicle, flying off into the tornado and landing, and watching the car roll down a hill. That was really scary. But yeah, I used to be a storm chaser, and a lot of people are going to be shocked to hear that, and weren't aware of it. Some of the OGs would be aware of it, know about it. Reasons why I don't do it anymore: I haven't got the passion for it, and we don't get that great storms up here in Wales as we used to do. Question: Was I ever scared doing it? No. Have I ever been struck by lightning? No. I've been close. Um, we've been, me and GC Chris went out into a big thunderstorm one time, and it was loud. I remember we were chasing the storm. It's fucking bolts of lightning were flying everywhere, and we were up on the bridge towards Pablo Lane, looking out, filming it. I remember seeing this lightning bolt hit the hill, and we were thinking, you know, any minute that we're gonna get hit. I remember raging and transmission over and sharing it onto Facebook at the time. You know, we're in a good position watching the storm coming towards us, and I remember on radio that we were told, you know, get to low ground, the storms are getting violent. You know, and I got people worrying, saying, "Oh, you know, don't, you know, be careful out there, don't get struck. You know, be safe." And it's like, I've been storm chasing my whole life then, so I know what I'm doing. And for those who have ever been stuck out in a thunderstorm, yes, get to low ground as soon as possible. Make sure you're not the tallest object, and if you are the tallest object, make sure you make yourself small by crouching down into a bull position and keeping yourself low down and keeping your head down and just stay down, or roll into a ditch. I just remember saying, if you're feeling goosebumps in your arm or your hair starts standing up, you need to get out of there fast. And to be honest, we were standing there filming, the rain came down, and then I started feeling my hair's going up. So did Chris, and we looked at each other and went, we're going. So as soon as we went down, this bolt of lightning was flying across the top of our heads, and it was amazing, but I missed it because we were all moving down. We were like, okay, we're going down, and then all of a sudden, and I remember just looking up to come round, and this bolt of lightning was flickered right across the top of our heads. And I'd say at the time, no, wasn't scared. I just remember turning around and then coming around, and this bolt came out of the sky and it flipped around our heads, and it was. A lot of people would be like, scared and shit. And all I remember was hearing the crackle of it going across the sky and this huge rumble that came with it, and the amount of downpour of rain came down. And I just remember just, what? And I tried to get the camera up to look, and all I can remember seeing from the camera footage was the huge rumble of thunder and just this black massive cloud above us. Missed the actual lightning, but I was not scared but shocked, and I was really intrigued, like, whoa, how close were we to get struck by lightning? If we didn't have gone, let's move, and we just continued filming, who knows? But we just got down a bit further as we could, and I just remember seeing it go up. You know, it was just like this big bolt of lightning went right across there, it's like a spiral. And it was like, wow. And since then, we've never had anything as decent, and that's why I lost my passion for it. But we've always had a good time filming storms. Way back into 2000, when we had the worst thunderstorm in history up in Wales, where we had vast flooding. It was very scary. It lasted a long time. I remember we were walking home from school, and it was like 3 in the afternoon, so 3:30, and this rain was coming down like no business, and it was really warm as well. And it was just raining and rain and rain, wasn't stopping. It was just getting heavier and heavier, and we managed to walk as far as down to the West End where we normally walk. And we were waiting there. The rain wasn't stopping. The rain was getting really, really more heavy. I remember my mum saying that she heard a rumble of thunder over where the rugby field was, which is the Rydal School rugby field. Google. Anyway, we got to the West End, thought nothing of it. And this big massive thunderstorm came. It was just raining, the rain was bouncing off the road like anything. It was just, the road didn't have time to, settle the water. It was just coming up as a river very quickly, and the rain was just so downpour. We couldn't see in front of us. It was that bad. We were trying to squint to see if a bus was coming. Cars were doing like 5 miles per hour. It was a very scary moment. I remember my mate Benji, we were just playing about thinking, oh yeah, go, let's take a photo of this, and and apparently Chris told me at one point that he saw, where now Aldi is in no, Lidl in West End. Google search that, West End, North Wales, Aldi. Because they were building at this time. And you remember seeing a big lightning bolt hitting where that building is now, but the actual area. And we just hear this huge rumble of thunder, and the rain just kept coming down. It was so... something I've never seen in my life ever since. It was so bad, putting your hand about that far, and you just about make it out because how much rain was coming down. But I remember eventually we were waiting for a bus, nothing turned up. We were stuck there for quite a good time. And then I remember seeing this little minibus, it's this Mercedes Beaver bus. Eventually pulled up to the bus stop, doing 5 miles per hour, it was so slow. We got on the bus, it's like, oh, we're waiting for the 24. Again, it was on another Mercedes Beaver bus. And we were told, oh, the actual area where the train station is completely flooded. So the buses weren't going there, it's been diverted back to the depot. Most of them have been diverted to the closest depot. He's only just come out from Rhyl and he's seen a load of buses parked up in Rhyl. Not Rhyl, he's just come from Old Cole and he's seen a load of buses parked up there going to Rhyl. Which was weird because no buses were going in the direction we were going down to Mochtar, where I lived and still do. But there was buses going the other way, but they were just really going slow, and there wasn't, very many. We just saw the 2 buses going up, and they got stuck in Old Colin, we were told. But we got on the bus, and eventually got to Mochtar. The bus driver stopped and dropped some people off and said, oh, does anybody want to get off the flood? The flood was so bad, it was like, I can't remember what the place is, but the last time I remember it had old people in it. Got this row of like this really weird, like apartment building, so very small, it's got 2 floors, people living in it. Got this wall on the outside, and next to it is like, they called it the Italian Job. Petrol, I can't remember, it had cars outside, it still does have cars outside, it's called Conway for Cars. It had this wall on the outside, I think it was a residential home or something. And I remember seeing that wall, and it was quite tall, it's about up to my knee height when you walk past it, from the road anyway. And when you're on pavement, it's a bit lower down. Literally the bus had the water coming through, and that had a step on it. So if the water's coming up the step and into the bus, you think about it, if that flood ever happens again, these buses are going to be knackered because there's no step on it, it's all low access. Either way, I remember he drove through it, and I looked out the window, and all I can remember seeing is this water from the Italian Job place, or now Conway for Cars, literally flowing over that wall. It was lapping over that wall, and it's like, I've never seen water go that deep. That's the first time we had a flood since '93, the last flood, which was the river that burst its banks up near Chapel Road, or whatever it's called, Chapel Street. And there's this river there, which I can't remember what happened, but something blocked it, and then this big huge wall of water came down. This one was even weird, it was flooding through there. There's not even a river there, so I don't know what happened, it's just the way the road goes. But literally, it was this huge body of water which hasn't happened since 2000, so 18 years of overdue for that big flood to happen is a bit weird. And I remember getting off the bus, crossing over, the road was just like a river. And then I remember looking up to that road where that river burst its banks in '93, and I saw this like trickle of water coming down that was joining. Went down to Station Road where I was living at the time, my grandparents are. And that road was just washed out. The drains were bubbling up, it was scary, and I was told by a few people that the entire road became like a river. Nothing could go past it. It was flowing all from that river that burst its bank, all down the road. But flooded up that bit, flooded the entire Conway Road itself, and then it flooded down to the Station Road, and that's where it ended, just to the top part of the car park. And it was like ankle, up to knee deep. It's quite deep water, So from then, that's how I got my passion into storm chasing, and now it's died because we haven't had anything since. Long video, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's Resdan in a nutshell. Yeah. I used to be a stuntman as well. I used to do stunts, used to hurt myself and all that shit. I used to be a wrestler. What else do you want to know? I've always been a kind, caring person. I'm, always been too soft for my own good and evil ways. I've always let people walk over me. So, but that's just me. I'm generally Dan, the character, and I'm Dan, the person. Yeah, who's very loving, caring, and very entertaining at the best of times. And I have my off days. We all do. Anyway, so that's getting to know me, the Dan, and we'll catch you, all you, the Game Bro fans, in the next one.